So, gotta start yet another seeding in the old truck because we haven't got other bins. So, one more year apparently, or at least most of it. Wonderful! What's not so wonderful is the nice aroma of mouse shit. That's not quite so good, but anyway. We'll give it another blowout. It actually was well cleaned out before, so anyway. Alrighty. Now for the impromptu loading of the fert. So some MAP for the canola. Come on, focus. Yeah, so we want to make just enough space so I can tip the SOA I picked up the other day in here. Then I can go get another load, so we've got enough over the weekend to do the canola and the other bean paddock and the lentil paddock, if that makes sense. But anyway, it's all happening now, and we have like about another week's worth of work to do in the next couple of days, but oh well, it's all in good fun. SOA manifest. Oh. Blimey. What wonderful stuff. Hashtag corrosion. Here we are again. Everyone. So we've got batteries in the truck, take over to the shed. And we've got the spray on. Spray on? Spray on. Yeah, so we've got a couple of little jobs to do that, then hopefully get out and hook into it. As they say, it's definitely time. We've got to get on. Well, the fun of the tank gauge continues. We've got there's a little clip down there that I'm not sure why it's there and what it belongs to. That will, well, this is either, well, it won't be very clever if I drop it in there. Come on, focus. Gotcha. So that was pretty clever actually. Got no idea where that come from. But anyway, wherever it come from, we've got it out now. So I can see where that leak's coming from now. We'll just plug that up for now and see how we go, I guess. Probably wants a bit of work from the inside, but I'm just scared of breaking the valves, so I'd rather not do that. We'll just put a bit on the outside and go from there, I reckon. Well, that's going to be no good. Well, back to the old drawing board. Well, that's solider than I thought it might be. Nice and solid. We'll try this one, see how we're going for length, to see whether the rest of it's going to be alright. Anyway, if we get sowing canola tomorrow, which, well, hell, we have to start sowing tomorrow, but we'll probably only have this one and we won't get the others on, but that won't matter. I'm more worried about the beans for that. Yeah, so, oh god. Cavitation. So it's still, even though I did a little bit of welding yesterday to try and plug this up, it was still leaking. So we took it apart again. We'll do it on the inside this time and see it's actually quite deep. So we'll fill it up with a bit of weld. It might last for a day or two. Oh wow, that's what you get, the top ones where they get a bit of air. Yeah, probably those top two could do with replacing. That's actually getting quite bad. It's sort of rust and then pressure. Some say you put a bit of antifreeze in it, but still the problem, and keep the pump full. But yeah, I don't know, I guess so. Well, it's not that pretty, but it's better than nothing. Should hold water at pressure. Did it inside and outside and tidied it up a little bit. But my god, yeah, probably have to bite the bullet and spend another, what is it, buddy, $600 or $700 and get one of these. Unreal. Well, still leaking a bit. So we got to fill in that big spot there and right there. Finally, success for now. What a pretty sight that is. Oh my god. Oh, we're getting a bit of spraying done. Oh, wow. Look at that green. You have to get that killed before it's in the crop. Finally. Wow, what a nice day for some spray. And everything else. So it isn't the old girl's last seeding after all. Or wasn't. That's what happens when the replacement bin is about 2 months behind schedule. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to see it this seeding or not. I've still got my trailer which is almost ready, but it's at least a couple more weeks, but it might be another, who knows, I might be finished. I don't know whether we're going to make it with the old girl. I guess last resort we've got to put the bin on the other trailer if things really go badly, but we'll take it easy and see how far we can get. But nice to be getting just that bit closer to finally making a start. Always the hardest thing, making a start. But it was a beautiful day anyway. Good bin if anyone wants to buy it when I'm finished with it. So I'm damn glad I hadn't sold it already. Well, we've calibrated and checked everything. I've found a flaw in my disc that's got to be shorter because when this is folded up, but that's why we're trying it out. I can clearly see that's going to be an issue, so back to the drawing board a little bit with that, but it'll be fine for tonight. Yeah, now I can got to go and spread some SOA, so we're getting there. We'll get there eventually, but oh well, what are you gonna do? Alrighty, now for some real fun. Load in the dark with a tractor with no lights, but thankfully that other one has lights, so thankfully the T6 has lights, so it can actually see what we're doing. Anyway, I'll need more than one hand now. And we'll get this SOA loaded and spread. And gradually the myriad of everything will subside and we'll actually get started. Maybe. Maybe. Spreading. SOA. Oh my. Well, what better time to start seeding than 10 to 11 at night? But even though it feels like we're the last, I'm the last person to start sowing in South Australia, it is still April, just with about an hour or so to go. But we're finally going to make a start, thank God. But we had to go over all those heads with little lumps of stuff stuck on top of those caps that were probably a blockage waiting to happen. So anyway, we've got them tidied up, we've had a look, it all seems to be running, I think. Well, you can see that's a lot better. There's actually air there now, air and all that, plenty of air. You don't want to be you don't want to overdo it, but then again you don't want to underdo it and have them block up either. So well, I guess we better get into it. Look at that, barley and wild oats and everything. Hopefully that'll soon be dead. Anyway, there's one of those, but they're putting plenty of fert out. Yep. You can see any canola, a bit hard to see. And only really, a bit hard to check the runs for seed with canola because you can just sort of see a bit there, yeah. Just got to presume it's going to run because you can't see it that well, even in daylight. So there's that. Ah well. No, it all looks good. Everything's together like it should be. It's all on the right side. Blends are right. Got my new handy dandy torch, Milwaukee. Nice. Knew it'd come in handy. Handy indeed. Alright. Very nice. But like I said, it's always good to get a start. That seems to be the hardest thing, to make a start. Because you seem to run up against all sorts of unexpected stuff you thought you had dealt with. You know, instead of starting at about 2 or 3 in the afternoon like I'd planned, we end up at bloody nearly 11, but at night. But as long as you get there, I suppose it doesn't make that much difference in the end. Alrighty, we'll see when we're working. We'll probably just do a little bit, check the depth, and then go from there, I think. Oh, out for the measure time. A bit of misty rain. Nothing much. Bit annoying, got the super shed open too. I don't think we'll have to ever get proper wet. We've got to go back and shut it. That's a pain in the bum. Anyway, now a little bit harder because usually we disc this paddock, and that was our intention, but we were worried about losing moisture. So, oh boy, I need my torch, but we're going to check the level of the machine and then just check how deep we're going. I think it's probably not too bad, but I think canola, you can go a little bit deeper in what they say, but you still want to go as shallow as you can but while still burying it, of course. But with the way the moisture is, I think probably a little bit deeper than normal might be the way to go. When I say deep, I'm not talking 10 to 15 mil, but rather than skimming the top. Anyway, I'll have a look and get going from there. I don't know if we can see, but it's just in the ground by the width of the wing there, which would be about that 10 mil. So I think it's probably not too far off the mark. It's definitely putting it in the ground, which is the main thing. And there's moisture there, which is good too, which is why I didn't disc it till I was afraid of losing the moisture that we have. That's what the great thing about keeping a bit of straw cover. Well, we're just sailing along nicely. Doing a very nice job, I think. As far as I can tell, I'll get out and have another look soon. Or nearly blink of an eye, we've done 3 hectares, which I know not that much, but it's 3 hectares more than I had done about half an hour ago, or 20 minutes ago. So that's kind of nice. Always a feeling of relief to make a start. A start is, yeah. Oh, dearie me. So much. Well, I'd love to keep going. We've got this about nearly half done. But, yeah, just a bit of misty rain, and it's sort of even a bit more than what I'd like. It was almost, you get wet in it now, just. But I've got some things out, super sheds open, trucks out. They should all be put away now, so we better go home and that'll do it. So what are we, about 20 to 1 I think. So it's a start, and that's all you can do. Alright, see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Well, good morning. So we've had about a mil or so of rain. Well, it was rained a bit last night and then this morning, so that's why we went out here first thing. But had a few things to do at home anyway. So now we'll just get out and try and knock this canola over. Wow, that's a green mat of stuff that I hope will soon be dead. Good Lord, what have we got? Ryegrass, wild oats, everything you can imagine. Anyway, we'll crank the old tractor up and just see how we go. Well, it looks good. Things seem to be running okay, so I guess we'll get into it. Oh gee, I look like I'm out of the 70s again. Nice. What a hat. What a look. Oh, the old sowing machine's going pretty well. Out with the sowing machine. No, it's doing a really nice job. Very nice indeed, considering the stubble load that was here. Still want to get those discs on properly, but no, trash fire on this is amazing. Very good. Out with the sowing machine. Out with the old sowing machine. There's one nearly done. Nice. It's a good feeling to be back out doing a bit of tractoring. It's really probably the nice relaxing part of farming, actually. Just chill out and enjoy it. So I was wondering how to go, not getting a chance to disc this in, or I didn't this year as planned, because I was afraid of losing too much moisture. But no, it's amazing. Slash stubble, and this was a pretty heavy barley crop, 7 or 8 tonne or something. It's gone away really well. It's actually very impressed. It's done a beautiful job. Well, that's a bit wetter than I was expecting. I suppose I better go and have lunch. I think we'll need one more bag. I reckon what I've on the monitor is pretty close to what's there, so we've probably got about another 6 hectares. Don't think there's 18 kilos in there, so one more bag of the diamonds. I'll try these out here where they're near a tine. That's 20 mils longer than what the other stuff I've got cut. There should be enough space, I think, but we'll just see how this goes. It'll give a good guide to whether it's going to be okay or not. I had to move from there anyway, because this has got to be cut shorter when it goes there, because of the geometry when it folds. It's clear it's not going to work if this is the full length. And we've got room, it can go right back near the frame, which will be better and less leverage on that anyway. So trial and error. The fun of engineering, but it's good fun. Definitely going to have to make those longer, because the ones I had cut were 20 mil shorter, which in theory would work fine, but with straw and everything you can see there, it creates a bit of a pinch point. So probably got to be a solid 50 to 70 mil longer all up. So maybe a 450 mil total length or something. Just going back, filling in the gaps. Pretty patchwork, eh? With our sewing machine. Oh, we're nearly at the end of the canola. Looking at today's prices, not worth much. Well, certainly come off, that's for sure. Nearly, that's first objective done anyway. Which is, that's kind of good. Well, that's a relief. That was the most pressing stuff to get sown, so now we're going to get ready and sow some beans, I guess. Maybe try and get these coulters finished. But as I said, need some alterations to what I had planned, because which is why we're going to do it this way too. Try it out and just see, and we've certainly learned a little bit. So that's kind of good.